Outstanding.
Welcome again to another tutorial video. It's a boy Eldorado, and in this video I will be showing you a trick what you can use to get wider mastering on your beats. You can do that with full mixes and stuff like that, but this particular trick, I don't think you have seen it many places, or even if you even see it at all. So without further ado, I'll be using T-Rock's quad imager for this particular demonstration video. And as you can see, a lot of people don't really understand this particular plugin. A lot of people don't used to this. But for this, I just like how this sound, even though the problem might work a certain way, and I have saved this as a preset. So if you really do need a preset, please leave a comment below or something of the sort. You can probably do the same thing. Now the thing is, with mastering, you really want it to sound as wide as it possibly can. But for this tutorial video, I haven't done it in the mixing stage of the beat. So in the mastering stage, make the beat a little bit wider, in which in most cases when I do like full mixes with vocals on it, I do not use this method, because I know how to get the beats wide without resorting to a imager for that particular reason. And I have my reasons why I mix like that and why I master like that. But for this, it's a beat, so I tend to do it. Now, the thing that you don't want to do with this sort of technique is pushing the width of the song too much, width of the beat too much. Because at the end of the day, whosoever go on the beat, or if the beat or mix with the vocals again, the problem might add some sort of widening plugin again to that particular song, and there and then you will have phase issues. So for this particular one, you really want to be mild with imaging, because of how it can affect final products during post-production. So as we say, this is for a beat, so I'm explaining what I did. Now, what I did in this particular that you see this frown face looking thing like, is I mono up the lows, the low frequencies, and the low mids. I opened up the low mids, and I opened up the high mids, and I slightly close the high frequencies. So it's like, it's similar to a funnel, but it's not a funnel. So normally people would just push the high end up here and push here and push here and just mono down the lows, or they leave the lows as is. But the wider the highs is, the harsher it be. So what I tend to do when doing this sort of technique, or it's not something I really do much. On the contrary, let me just pull up one next plugin here. This is what I do sometimes during mastering when it comes to EQ. So I don't really have to do that much of I use an imager, because I have different stages of EQ that do different stages of things. But for this particular preset, you can get it in the FabFilter Plus bundle that I have with a lot of presets there, especially have to do with mastering and vocals processing. I have a lot of presets there for FabFilter Pro Q, but I know I haven't released that Plus as yet, so still adding more EQs to it, EQ curves of different things that I've done. But just a base example, I like to do mid-side EQing during mastering, and as you can see in this, I'm very mild with what I do when doing mid-side EQ, because you can, it is super fun when you know what you do, but it easy to destroy your mix, because you know you're separating the mono signal from the stereo signal, and adjusting frequencies differently. So you can really destroy your mix doing this method really fast and not knowing it, because your ears tend to perceive things louder as better, but when it play like on phone or on boombox or in a club system where that play mono, you can read there and then you start hear all of the issues with your mixes. So not focusing on EQ. That's why I tell you, there are different stages of EQ that I do in songs, but for beats it's slightly different. But this method, you can really use it and make your beat really wider. So you mono up the lows, you open the low mids, because the low mids contains the body, and the upper mids, you know, I say, boy, it contains the sweetness of the beat, and the highs now is like, you know, the top of one flowers. So bypass, I'm going to play this beat and let it hear. So as I can hear, when the imager is enabled, the bass sound a lot more fuller, you know, and sound more bigger, because for this particular bass that I use, it has upper harmonic frequencies, and there's a thing to EQing a bass and compressing it. It's not about, you know, hoping that you reach at the stage where you can really use imager. It has to do with the mixing before doing this, you know, because in mastering, you don't, first and foremost, you don't want to do correct nothing in a mastering. Second of all, you don't want to do too much EQing. And third of all, you don't want to do a lot of compression, you know. It is more about like doing things mildly and adding coloring and sweetening it up a little bit more. It's not about correcting or fixing anything, should I say, you know. So this is a way you can really use to open up your mixes a little bit more, to get more width and dynamics in your beats. So without further ado, it's about Eldorado. Hope you really learned something from this beat, or if may miss out something or I've said something incorrectly, please do feel free to leave it in the comments below. And this beat will be also available on my beat page. There's a link in the description below, so if you don't see it there, you'll see it soon, because now I'm uploading the beats that I do for tutorial, you know, polished products, so you can really hear the final products of the beats that I've done for tutorial on that particular channel. You know, I really want to separate my tutorial from the beats, so to speak, that the beats that are on my channel now, I have deleted them, I haven't uploaded back any, so I'm just doing some things fresh in 2021 and beyond. So thank you again for tuning in. It's about Eldorado. Now, I've said that before, so without further ado, peace out, and I'll catch you in another video.